the football opener, the preseason already happened, but the football opener for the NFL is this Thursday. I believe it's the Bears against the Packers. And with me, I got my standings for each team. You can see it right there. For each team. I got my reasons for each one of them. I'll try to put up the win-loss schedule for each team in the link below the video. Hopefully that gets done. Hopefully. And for any other podcasting platform there's out there, hopefully there's a link in the description that allows you to see what I did with each team's schedule. Hopefully. But let's start off with the AFC East. Patriots, Jets, Bills, Dolphins. The Patriots, they're loaded this year. Offensively, James White, Sonny Michel. Offensive wide receiver threat. The offensive line has been pretty solid for quite some time now. Tom Brady, obviously. Their defense, with Bill and Belichick there, aside from the Eagles Super Bowl, they're going to be fine. I have them going 14-2. Hopefully there's also a pop-up around here, if you're watching this on YouTube, of the whole division and the records. Hopefully I get that done. So Patriots 14-2. New York Jets, though, I got them going 7-9. Now, they got great offseason improvements. Le'Veon Bell. They got CJ Mosley, I believe. I'm pretty sure. But for me, it all hinges on Sam Darnold. Can he take that leap to cut down on his turnovers mainly? Just cut down on the turnovers. In Adam Gase's offense, he'll be fine. But just the turnovers. Because he had a whole bunch last season. This preseason, he was a lot better. But we're stepping into the actual thing now. So, turnovers. I got them going 7-9. The Bills 6-10. Let's be honest. That offense is garbage. Aside from maybe Josh Allen, the offense is garbage. It's pretty bad. Their defense is the only thing that will give them wins. Yeah, they can go maybe 8-8 instead of the 6-10 I have them at, but 6-10 sounds about right. Alright, and then I have the Dolphins. I have no idea what the Dolphins are doing. Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to start. Maybe he'll beat the Patriots in Miami, so maybe that works. But they're screwing it up. You cannot have Ryan Fitzpatrick start and then throw Josh Rosen into the fire halfway through the season like what happened to him in Arizona. It's not going to work. It's a bad idea. It's not going to work. So I got them going 2-14. Alright. I got the AFC North now. Okay, and this one's a lot more interesting, a lot more tight, aside from the Bengals. I got the Browns winning the division, and the Steelers, Ravens, and then Bengals. I'm going to start at the bottom this time. The Bengals. The Bengals are going to go 3-13. Let's be honest. Their team, aside from Joe Mixon and AJ Green, but he's injured, is, like I said before, garbage. It is bad. Andy Dalton, he's a decent to good quarterback. He's at the end of his contract. I think they're just going to throw the season away and just get rid of him and just draft another quarterback. And that's literally what I think they're doing. If they're going to go 3-13. They're not going to do well. The Baltimore Ravens are going to go 9-7. Now, that defense is going to be great. Just like last season. It's going to be great. But the question is, can Lamar Jackson make the throws? There's probably going to be a cut in there somewhere because someone just walked in. So, prepare for that. I'm in the library, so. But yeah, Ravens 9-7. Can Lamar Jackson make the throws? Because it's been raved a lot about his throwing progression and how much better he's gotten over this past offseason. So can we actually see that on the NFL level? Because in the preseason it wasn't really there. Next, I have the Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to go 10-6. Now they did lose Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. That does not mean that their season is gone. It just means that they'll struggle a bit, especially since they play against the Patriots for the first game. And you know what Bill Belichick does? He takes away your favorite weapon. And that's going to be Juju Smith-Schuster. So it's going to be a lot of Big Ben trying to figure out, all right, I got to utilize James Conner and a whole bunch of other wide receivers. It's going to be a lot of him figuring it out, but they'll get it done. Now for the Browns. In this case, I believe they're going to win the division at 11-5. I have a lot more faith in the Browns than a lot of people do. Colin Cowherd thinks that they're going to go 9-7. Some people think they're going to go 10-6, but I think they're going to go 11-5. Baker just has that charisma that seeps into the team. You got talent all over the field. Their defense is going to be way better than last season. They're going to be a scary team. And at this point, I'm going to take talent over the youth and inexperience of Baker Mayfield, Travis Landry. Well, Travis Landry's not really too young or inexperienced. Odell Beckham, Myles Garrett, and Freddie Kitchens. I'm going to take talent over that, at least for this season. Next season is going to be the real make it or break it season. On the AFC South side, I have Texans winning the division. So it's Texans, Jags, Titans, Colts. Now, for the Titans and Colts, I have them both at 6-10, but for very different reasons. For the Colts, it's just because they lost Andrew Luck. Now, I know people are going to say, Jacoby Brissett can do it. He can win a few games for them, and I'm not denying that. I mean, they can go 9-7. I could be wrong. They might not go 6-10, but 9-7. That could happen. But I don't think he can. I just don't think so. I've seen him play early on for the Colts and early on with the Patriots, and it was pretty bad. Now with this new offense, I think that with Frank Reich, Coach Frank, it probably will go better. But I would still err on the side of caution with that. And for the Titans, they're just way too inconsistent. I really don't know. I don't know if Marcus Mariota is going to be healthy or not. And having going 6-10, they're going to slide finally. The Jaguars. Now, I'm a believer. I believe in Nick Foles. And I believe in that defense, too. I believe that defense will return to what it was 2 years ago. Best defense in the league. Now, I won't return to that exact caliber of best defense in the league, X turnovers, best in the league. Won't return to that, but it'll be pretty darn close. Now, for the Texans, the Texans have everything now. They pretty much have the division handed to them. But it's all about that defense now. They lost Jadeveon Clowney. They lost the Honey Badger. Tyrann Mathieu. That's what his name is. Tyrann Mathieu. They lost him. So now it's all about Deshaun Watson. In the offensive line, he finally has protection. The AFC West. I have the Chargers winning, going 13-3. They're just loaded, even with Melvin Gordon out. They got Austin Eckler, Justin Jackson. It's going to work for them. Only question is, will it work in the playoffs? The Chiefs, they're in a slide a bit. I got them going 12-4. Whoops. They're in a slide a bit. Like I said before, Patrick Mahomes, San Marino comparison. They're in a slide just a bit. The Broncos 6-10. Joe Flacco's not going to get it done. And they're going to hold on to him, and they're going to, I believe their backup quarterback is Drew Lock. I think they're going to hold off on him for a year or two and keep Joe Flacco there, and he's not going to get it done at all. Oakland Raiders, I got going 3-13. They're a dumpster fire. I mean, for all I know, they could go 10-6 or 9-7 and actually do pretty well. But I got them going 3-13 because they're a headache, and I'm not thinking about them at all. But if they somehow get their act together and start winning games, hallelujah. Now for the NFC side. NFC East, I got Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Redskins. The Redskins are a mess. I got them going 2-14. Case Keenum is quarterback. They're just going to try to fast track Dwayne Haskins, and that's going to be a mess. It's not going to work. Giants, same thing. I got them going 6-10. I think Eli is going to actually play a lot better than last season. Visibly. Not statistically. Visibly. Because statistically, last season, he actually wasn't that bad. Visibly, he'll play better this year. But they're going to try to fast track Daniel Jones also. They're going to throw him into the dumpster fire. And maybe he does something. But 6-10 sounds about right. Eagles 10-6. I know there's got Carson Wentz back. He won't be in MVP form, but he'll be pretty good. It's going to take him some time to figure it out. Cowboys, I got them going 11-5. They got Zeke. Do I need to say any more? They got him back. So they're ready to make their run for the Super Bowl. The NFC North. This one was one of the tougher ones to figure out. But I got the Bears, Packers, Vikings, Lions. The Bears, I think they're going to have the best defense in the league, just like last season. And I think their offense is going to be much better with Tariq Cohen and Ty Montgomery, according to what the Chicago Bears coaches have been saying about Ty Montgomery. So I think that Mitchell Trubisky is going to have a lot more help there on the offensive side of the ball, and it's going to be a lot more explosive. That defense is going to be great. I got them going 10-6 though, because Trubisky's going to be shaky, but he'll be good. And then I got the Packers and Vikings tied at 9-7. For the Vikings, I think they could do a lot better, but it's just about, because they're going to have some close games. They're going to have Kirk Cousins on the line, put the game on the line, and Kirk Cousins, by all extent, is a good quarterback. But the problem is he just can't win when it matters most. I don't know what it is. He just can't throw the ball in those tight windows with precision when it matters the most. And for the Packers, I just think that just give it next year. Next year they will be winning. They will win the division next year. Trust me on this. They will. Not this year. Next year. Because Aaron Rodgers will be Aaron Rodgers. He'll play great. I think Matt LaFleur is going to actually help him. And I think that their defense is still a bit shaky. But I think next year they'll get that revamped. But I got them going 9-7. The Lions are, I don't know what they are. I really don't. Maybe Matt Patricia does something and they actually win some games, but at 6-10 sounds about right. NFC South, we got Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Bucks. I mean, the placement of those teams are pretty self-explanatory. Saints, I got 14-2. I mean, I think compared to last season, I think last season they were just devastated by the Minnesota Miracle. But I think this year they're more motivated, not depressed. Because this one they feel that it was not a mistake. It was not their mistake with, I believe, Marcus Williams missing the tackle. But it was someone else's mistake. So they're motivated. They're like, that's ours now. So I got them going 14-2. They got weapons on defense, offense. They're set. Falcons got going 10-6. They're actually healthy this year. Hopefully they stay that way and they'll actually be a playoff presence. The Panthers are going to go 8-8. I have them going 8-8. The big question is health. And which Cam Newton am I going to get? And are those wide receivers actually going to catch the ball? And then for the Buccaneers, I got them going 1-15. I don't know what they're doing. They brought back Bruce Arians. I really don't know what they're doing. I really don't. I think they're just trying to get Jameis Winston out the door. I really think that's what they're doing. Just get Jameis Winston out the door because they really got nothing for him. All they got is Mike Evans. And that's it. The defense is atrocious. Their offense is atrocious. Everything's bad. NFC West, I got Rams winning it at 12-4, but I got the Seahawks right behind them at 11-5, actually. 49ers at 6-10, Cardinals at 3-13. Let me start with the Cardinals. With the Cardinals, Kyler Murray will be fine. He'll be fine. He won't have a breakout season or anything like that. Out of the gate, he won't put up historic numbers. He'll be fine. He'll be okay. But there's just way too many problems for the Cardinals roster to even have Kyler Murray just fix it all. For the 49ers, I got them going 6-10. I just don't think this is their year. Maybe next year. Just not this year. A lot of hype built up with them, and it's not like the Browns hype, because the Browns actually have a reason to be hyped, up. The 49ers are more just hyped up because people just want them to win or be back in the mix. The Seahawks, I got going 11-5. Russell Wilson will do some magic on the offensive end, and Jadeveon Clowney will boost that defense up. I'm telling you, they will be a sleeper pick for the Super Bowl. I don't think they'll make it, but they are a sleeper pick. Now the Rams, I got going 12-4. I think they're going to slip just a bit from 13-3 to 12-4. A lot less of the load's going to be on Todd Gurley. A lot more of it's going to be on Jared Goff. Can he perform up to that level and not perform like he did in the Super Bowl? I think he'll do marginally better this year, but he won't have that help of Todd Gurley or Chris Anderson boosting him up.